Welcome to Operations 301. I'm Dr. Jacobs. I'm going to be your tour guide, if you will, through this thing called operations management. The discipline is quite wide, very broad. There's a lot of material to cover, and I'm going to help you identify really the key points, the high points, the important points, and help you understand the tools that are associated with them, so that by the time we get to the end of the term, you'll have a very good understanding of the topic of operations management and the tool set that you will need to be successful um, as an operations management professional. Now, before we get started, I remember being a student and I always wanted to know a little bit about, who my professor was. What was a little bit of their background. Why is it that they can teach this material? Why do they think they know something about it? And so I thought I would provide some of that information for you. I'm originally from California, in particular Modesto, California. Modesto being known for a couple of things. One, it's the home of Gallo Wine, the largest winery in the world, and then two, it's also the home of George Lucas. Modesto formed the basis of the content for his first commercially successful film, and that was called American Graffiti. And that story, that movie is all about George Lucas's experience growing up in Modesto in the early 1960s. Now, in terms of my education, I have 3 degrees. I have a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I have a master's degree in business administration from University of Minnesota's Carlson School of Management. My concentration in the MBA is finance, supply chain management, and entrepreneurial studies. And then I also have a PhD from Michigan State University in operations and sourcing management from the supply chain management program. So I have 3 degrees, all very much related to operations management. I have a variety of work experience. I began my career at IBM, where I did cost accounting for current and future products. I did facilities design work. I did workload planning, building some workload models. I also led a team, a product development team at 3M, when we created a product, a wound care product actually. I spent a very short period of time at Cummins Engine in finance, where I discovered that I had no love for corporate finance. I found it to be very boring. I'm telling you, operations is really where the action is. I also spent some time as a consultant with Capgemini Ernst & Young, providing strategic sourcing and change management help, if you will, to Fortune 500 companies. And then the majority of my career has been spent at a company called JL Analytical. At JL Analytical, I was the chief operating officer when I left. I was reporting to the board of directors, setting strategy, full P&L responsibility. And we had about 50 employees, which might not seem like that big to you, but think about a 50-member CPA firm or a 50-member law firm. It's a reasonable sized professional services firm. Furthermore, 8 of the 10 largest food manufacturers in the United States were my clients. 4 of the 5 largest wineries were my clients. So names that like Nestle, Heinz, Hershey's, Mars Candies, like M&M's, McCormick Spices. These are the types of companies that were my clients. Gallo Wine, Bronco Wine, Sebastiani, Franzia. Again, the largest companies of their type were working with us. That brings a unique experience because I was able to integrate or interact with those companies at very senior levels, and so I can bring those and do bring those insights to the classroom, or in this particular case, the online setting. Now, that's my professional work, and the lion's share of my work career has been outside of academia, and so I've spent a large number of time, 20 years or more in the private sector, if you will. Now, shifting gears to academia, again, I have the expression publish or perish. And this is very much true. Much of my responsibility is around creating um, uh, new knowledge, if you will. So executing research and publishing that research. And I've been very fortunate to publish at the highest levels of academia, which you can see in this illustration here. Um, my research focuses on really the interface between product development and operations. So product design, product portfolio complexion, product architecture. How do these things impact operations? How do they impact the organization? How do they impact the supply chain? So that's my interest in terms of research. Again, you're going to see this kind of work its way through the class as we address different topics that'll inform different examples that I give you. So with that, let's begin to move ahead. And now we'll begin to move into some of the content of the course. And I look forward to seeing you succeed and master